This is Mr. Staley's class, Garden City Elementary, first grade, and we are learning about soil. Mr. Crosslin's here with us, and he is going to start this lesson, and we're really excited. Here we go.
Thanks for that great introduction. I'm so happy to be here to talk about soil. Now, do me a favor. Don't say the D word, because we're going to study soil, right? And you know what D word I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't know.
What? What is it?
Are you talking about gum?
I'm talking about that stuff that gets on your fingers and on your shoes. Some people call it, I'm going to say it but one time, but I'm going to erase it. We're going to study soil, not this. What is that? Don't say the D word. We're studying soil, not dirt. Dirt, something gets on your fingernails. Dirt really is not what we're going to study. We're going to study soil. And you know what? What is the name of this school? I get confused. This school is called Garden City Elementary. So what is in a garden? I like how you raised your hand. Yes, sir.
Flowers.
Flowers are in a garden. What else is in a garden? Plants. What else? Fruits. Vegetables. What else? Soil. And the soil here at Garden City is really rich. Now, when I say rich, do I mean money rich? No. I don't mean money rich. It means a lot of nutrients, humus. It means that it's rich for planting. If I told you a story, would you believe it?
Yeah.
I'll let you decide. You see, I had three beans. I was going to plant them. I didn't know whether I should plant them. Look at on your book right there. It says, where does soil come from? Does that look like Garden City to you?
No.
Who can tell me why that looks different? Why does that look not like Garden City? Yes.
Because it's red.
It's red. Our soil is not red. Why else? I loved how you raised your hand. Yes, in the back. Look at your picture. How is that different from where we're at?
When it's red because it's a rock and our school is brown.
That is a red rock and our school is brown. Excellent. What do you think?
It's because it's in the desert and we're in the... No, wait.
Yeah, it's in the desert and you're on it. Do we live in the desert here in Indiana? No. We live in a deciduous forest and sometimes a grassland area.
Or the city.
Or the city. Yeah, I like that. Or the city. But let me ask you this. How is it different? What do you think about how hardness? Look at the hardness of that picture. Would you want to lay down on that soil? No. Right. Describe the soil for me. Someone raise your hand and tell me. Yes, sir.
But it's red and we don't live in the desert and we don't have that kind of soil and the sun is too hot.
Oh, look at
and
that.
We don't have water there.
Yeah, look, there's very few plants. Look at how I only count a few plants. What about you? So would you say that soil is rich or poor in nutrients? Poor. I think you're right. So here's how this story goes. I go to Walmart to buy some seeds that I was thinking about planting here at Garden City. And when I've got those seeds, I go in there to plant them. But here's my problem. I brought my dog with me, my wife's dog. And I got out of the car, and there was this guy in this purple truck. And he had a purple hat on. On the side of his truck, it said, Jack. I thought, huh. He goes, nice dog. And I go, oh, that dog barks all the time. It was a nice dog. And the dog went up to him and started licking his hand. The guy loved the dog loved him. He goes, what are you doing here? I said, I'm going to go get some seeds to plant in some really good soil at Garden City. He goes, hey, I got some seeds. They're special seeds. And he held out some seeds. I said, well, I'll buy them from you. He says, no, but I'll trade you the dog. Now, a good man would not have traded his wife's dog. But I wanted to get those seeds to see if they would work. Would those seeds do good in the desert? No. But they'd do good at Garden City, don't you think?
Yeah.
So I traded those seeds. This guy named Jack took my dog, my wife's dog, and drove off. And last thing I heard him say was something about a goose or something. I got home, my wife is so mad at me that I traded seeds, her dog, for these seeds. And I threw those seeds out in the garden, and all these bean stalks started growing really high up in the sky. What should I do?
Try to get your dog and give him back the seeds.
I know, this guy named Jack. Has anybody ever heard about that guy? Who? What's his last name? His name is Beanstalk. Jack, his name is Jack and the Beanstalk. Have you ever met him?
No, it's a story. It's Jack and the Bean.
I know, I just told you the story about this guy named Jack I met, and I grew some beans in the really good soil.
I know why, because
What?
if he was Jack Beanstalk, because those beans are beanstalks.
I know, that's what I grew, because the garden here, Garden City, is really good. But how am I going to get my dog back? And what is he talking about, a goose or something? Yes.
Like goosebumps.
You can get your dog
Yeah.
back by if you get some money from the bank.
From the bank. You know, my wife says don't come home without her dog. What do you think I should do?
Get some money from the bank. Dog back.
I don't know where the dog is. He said something about a goose and fee, fi, fo, fum. I don't know what he was talking about. Maybe you guys can help me. Anybody?
Farm.
What? A giant?
Yeah, some like in the beanstalk are giants.
Now, how did giants get in the story?
Because
Have you ever
they
heard this
can
story
have
before?
big hands.
Mrs. Staley, help me out. What should I do?
Do you think, guys, maybe that he should climb up those beanstalks?
Well, would those beans grow in this picture right here?
No.
No, because they don't have a lot of news. Now, that's kind of a story. You believe that story?
No.
Thank goodness, my wife would not be happy with me. But let's think about what is in soil here at Garden City. This school is not called Desert City, right? No. It's called Garden City. So let's take a look. What do you think we have in the soil here? So what is in the soil? You think that here at Garden City, what are some things? I like how you raised your hand. Yes. What's in the soil here? On your worksheet, turn it over on the back and let's write the same stuff. What's one thing that's in soil? Yes?
Sand.
Sand. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put a bullet and write sand. What else? I like how you raised your hand. Yes? What are big old things, man? What big old things? I'll come back to you. Yes?
Clay.
Clay. I'm going to put clay right here. Okay, so this class has come up with some really good ideas. We have worms, creatures, ants, bugs, dead bugs, sticks, twigs, leaves, seeds, and someone even said parts of flowers. Then on this side I wrote sand, clay, silt, rock, water, and air. Now I divided these. Can you help me by telling me why did I put these on this? How are these alike and how are these alike? What do you think? Look at these lists here. Yes, sir.
And soil.
They are all in soil, both of them in soil. But if I had to put another column here, what is on this side and what is on that side?
The same thing.
What do you think? Yes.
Sand, clay.
This side? Yeah.
Sand, silk, clay, and sand, and rocks, and water, and air on that side, and worms.
Why are they on this
creatures.
side? Why are they on this side and those are on that side? Anybody figure it out?
Because you started with that side, then you put a
Oh,
rock.
that's a good way to think, because I started here, filled it up, but that's not the reason. Yeah, but that's a good thinking.
Because it's inside the soil.
Both of them are inside the soil. I'll draw
You
an
didn't
arrow
have
here.
enough space.
No, I had space. I did it on purpose. Yes.
Because those used to be alive all alive.
What did you say? Come up here.
Because
Come up here and tell me that again.
Because those used to be alive all alive now, and those.
Which ones are living? All of these things are living. You are so right. These are living. Come over here. Come here. Come here.
And
If those are living, what's this side?
No.
Non-living. What's your name? Leroy. Thank you for saving the lesson. Good job. Go ahead and put those labels on there. These are living, and these are non-living. Now, I bet someone's going to ask me, Mr. Crosslin, what about dead bugs? You said living. What do you think?
You have to switch them.
Come up here. Let's talk about this. He says we should switch this to the other side.
No, I meant you switch the words on top.
Come over here. Oh, switch the words?
Yeah, like that one and that one switch.
Just switch them. But I got a better idea. In science, even though it says dead bugs, they used to be living. So if it used to be living, we're going to keep it over here on the living side. Go borrow his pencil for a second. Let me see his pencil. Let me ask you guys all a question. What's your name?
Elisha.
Elijah. This pencil, it's made out of what?
Wood.
Wood. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Wood. Where does wood come from?
Trees.
A tree. Is a tree living or non-living?
Living.
Living. So we're going to say that this came from living material, even though it's dead.
It's not dead.
Well,
It's not living.
it's not living. Let's take a look at the metal. Was the metal ever was or will be living?
No.
No. So that's non-living. So that's one way to remember that.
And the eraser.
Oh, the eraser, living or non-living? Never been, never will, non-living. But the wood used to be. Good job, Elijah. Thank you so much. Lucas, take a look where it says mountains. Would you read out loud and everybody follow along where it says mountains? Go ahead.
Mountains. Mountains are very high. The Rocky Mountains are rough. The Appalachian Mountains are not. The Rocky Mountains are higher than the Appalachian Mountains.
Take a look at those pictures of the Appalachian Mountains and the Rocky Mountains. We're going to compare and contrast each one. Okay, so I got two volunteers here. And believe it or not, you guys are going to be mountains, okay? So this, you can tell, is the Rocky Mountains. Look how tall he is, how his mountain peaks are standing up. Look, even sharp, rough. Didn't you say it was rough? So here's a mountain that's the Rocky Mountains. Here, my friend, is the Appalachian Mountains, rounded, kind of beat down, a little bit lower, a little bit lower, get down lower. So we have the Rocky Mountains that are tall and sharp, and we have the Appalachian Mountains. Now, what used to happen, the Rocky Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains used to be like this. But over a long time, the rain, the water, the ice broke down all of your rocks, and all of your rocks turned into soil at your feet. You are old, sorry old man, and you are young man with the sharp hair, mountain. Now, and so you don't have very much soil at the bottom of your feet because you're kind of young. It's going to take a lot of snow, rain, water, wind to break you down and break you down. But Appalachian Mountain, I'm sorry, old man, you've been broken down and broken down and broken down. All right, stand up. Let me ask you a question. Look at the pictures, and you see how the Appalachian Mountains are rounded? And look at the Rocky Mountains and see how they are pointy. Which one is older? Appalachian or Rocky? What do you think? Appalachian Mountains. Now, if you guys want to visit the Appalachian Mountains, here's what you need to do. You get in the car and drive one day to the east. All day and all night, you'll be at the Appalachian Mountains. My friend, if you want to go to the Rocky Mountains, get in the car, drive west for 3 days and 3 nights, and you'll be there. Okay. This is the hand lens. Everybody find a hand lens. Now, this is called a science tool or a science instrument. Have a hand lens, and let's see how they work. Ready? Take it like this, and you'll notice there's two lenses. Let's look at the big one first, right?
What do you mean then?
Oh. Now, I like to do it like this. You don't have to do it this way, but this is how scientists do it. This is called a tool or an instrument. What do you want to call it?
Instrument.
Tool, instrument, it's the same. Take it like this, put it close to your eye, shut one eye, take your thumb, slowly bring your thumb until it comes into focus and tell me what you see. Go on, try it. What happened to your thumb?
Big. It's big.
You got bigger, didn't it? Try it again, ready? Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Did your thumb really get bigger or did it look like it got bigger? Now, if you think that's amazing, watch this. Now put your eye by the small lens. Put it close to your eye. Now bring your thumb up and watch what happens. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my goodness.
Did it? Well, you tell me. Try it. No, the bottom lens. There's two lenses. It's giant. That lens makes it even bigger. Go ahead and look at your shirt sleeve or your pants with your hand lens. Go on, look at those. Now, let me ask you a question. This is a tool. Does this help you feel things?
No.
Does it help you hear things?
No.
Does it help you smell things?
No.
What does this tool help your sense? Which sense? Yes, I like that. It helps your eyes. A microscope, a telescope, a hand lens is a tool to help your eyes. Let's try it one more time. Now I want you to look at the Appalachian Mountains and the Rocky Mountains with your hand lens and see if you can find any trees. You see them?
I see some trees here, but I don't see any.
Then use your other lens. Use both lenses and see. Can anybody see them?
I see trees in here, but I don't see trees.
See if you can see a black bear. Maybe there's a black bear. Okay, let's try one more thing about these lenses before we go on. Take your lens, everybody hold your lens out and look at me. Am I upside down?
Yeah.
Hold it straight out. Hold it straight out. Back up, young man. Back up. Hold it straight out. And I should be upside down. Lens, there's a lot to learn about lenses. And you know what? You guys are upside down, but check out my eye. Go ahead and look at your neighbor's eye up close and let's see. I want you to pick up another science tool called forceps. Forceps. I'm not telling you, you figure it out. See if you can turn the page back and forth just with your forceps. Just with your forceps. Can you turn the page? Let's see, show me. Here's my next challenge. Ready? Watch this way. One person use the forceps to pick up a toothpick, not the big probe, but the toothpick, and pass it to the next person. Pass it. Can you do it? No hands, only two. No hands, no hands, no hands. No hands. Force it. Pass it. Pass it to the next person. Only one person. Pass it. Here we go. Nice. Don't drop it. Oh. Oh. There we go. Now, okay, so on your worksheet, you see that we have soil type A, which is going to be the black soil from where? Garden City. Soil type B is what color?
Red.
And where did I get it? Desert. And I want you to see this. Check it out. So each of you are going to get soil sample A and soil sample B. You're going to use your tools, the hand lens, the forceps, and any other tool you need to investigate this. Are you interested in doing this?
Yes!
Okay, let's take a closer look then. Okay, so you guys have touched it, and you wrote that soil type A is soft, S-O-F-T, and you're writing that is soil type B is hard, H-A-R-D.
Oh, there's some rocks in the dirt.
And hard, okay.
In the dark.
Thank you. Anytime someone comes up with another property, let me know. We'll put it up here. Thank you. Here are some soil samples that I brought from all over the world. Look at this. Check it out. I'm going to pass these around your table. What do you notice about these soil samples? Are they all the same?
No.
How are they different?
Because.
I like how you raise your hand. How are they different?
Because.
Different what? Come on up. Different what?
Different soil.
Different soil. Are they all the same color?
Clay.
Here's this one. This one is gray. This one's black. What about the particles? Check out the size. Are they all the same size?
No.
Which ones are small? Which ones are big?
These ones are big. These, all of the rest. This one is the biggest one. This is the hardest one, and I think the rest are small.
So, look at your particles. Do you have large particles or small particles? we have found a lot of things in these samples. Every time you find something new, write it on your paper and write it up here. So write it on your paper and up here. Come here. Look what this guy found. You want to come up close and show on the camera? What is that?
Is this a worm?
Look, it's a worm. And did you find that in A or B?
But it's still living.
In A.
But it's still living.
Yeah, worms make their home in soil.
Because
Very cool. Guys, we found a worm. Has anybody found a leaf, a seed, or a stick? Bring it on up. Let's check it out. Nice job. Look what else we found. This is a stick. That's part of wood, so that was in the soil. Very good. Very good discovery. Make sure you write it down.
All right, guys, so this is something that, did you find this in A or B? This was in A, so this is a leaf that he found in A. So you found this while you were digging in A. Awesome, good job. Okay, so did you find this in A or B? Okay, so in A, you found the bottom of a helicopter, which is the seed part. Yeah? Awesome. Was it hard to find?
no.
No, you just dug it right out of there with your forceps. Good job. Nice job. What do you have? Oh, a rock. Awesome. Was that in A or B?
A.
That was in A. Awesome. Nice job.
As you can see, these young soil scientists
Blackwood.
are really finding some amazing discoveries.
Is this an A? I found something that's an A.
That is an A. When you found a leaf, see if you can break that open with your hands. That seed open. Put that on your paper. And let's see if we can see the parts. Mrs. Staley, you want to help with that?
Wait, I saw that before.
All right, let's try to break it open.
I found a black sissy. I
You
found
can see the different parts.
I found the black wood.
Elisha, go back to
Get your hand lens
It's a
ready.
seed.
You have your hand lens ready? So we can break this open and see if we can.
It's a seed.
Maybe.
Did you get that key knife?
Can I hold it?
That is one tough. Sure, that's not a rock.
Oh, it's a seed.
It's a seed, but it
Too hard.
must be an old one because it's not wanting to.
So it's going to take a while
Yeah,
to
like
decompose, right?
Yes, a long time.
Still a great discovery. Okay, our next and our last step, I want you to continue to finish writing all your observations, the color, the size, what you found. Here's what I want you to do. Watch this. I'm going to take a piece of tape. Would you move back just a little bit, please? Now about this big. Watch how I do it first. Ready? Fresh piece of tape. I'm going to push the center. Don't do it yet. Watch. And look how I stuck some of the black on there. And I'm going to stick it right here under sample A, because that is sample A. Would you move back just a little bit so they can see? Thank you. So there is A. I'm going to do it again. Take some tape about that much right there. Hold it from the edges like this. See that? Would you move back one more time, please? Thank you. There. Yeah, and then I'm going to stick it in the middle, like right here. And look how I picked the red up. See the red?
Yeah.
And I'm going to put it right here. Okay? Forever. Well, not forever, but you guys get to keep these. And so now we have two samples. You need to continue to fill this out of what is here and here. Do you guys think you could do this last sample? Okay, go ahead and make yourself a sample of A and B. Make sure you, oh, look at you. Good job. You got A there. Nice job.
I already did it.
Show me. Tell me about it.
I did it.
Tell me about it.
I was taping it, then I put this one in the A, then I put this one in the
Nice.
Put it right in the middle.
So one last thing I want to tell you about soil is this. This soil you see right here, I tell you, when I pick it up in my hand, it's got all of the dead, decomposed leaves, bugs, grasshoppers, raccoons, birds, leaves, trees that have ever lived have died and turned to soil. So the next time you go outside here at Garden City and you walk in the soil, just remember all those dead things that are in the soil that make it so rich. They make it so rich. And it's a good thing the decomposers break it down, because if we didn't have the decomposers, all those bones and rotting stuff would just be laying out there. Can you imagine going out for recess with all the dead animals just sitting there?
No.
Probably wouldn't happen. Decomposers, a big part of soil.
All right, guys, so we just finished up the investigation with Mr. Crosslin. and we're back here at the board, okay? You guys were able to look at 2 different types of soil, compare those 2, and do lots of things with those. Now that we're back, we're going to go back to our seats and we are going to do writing just like we always do. I want you guys to write about the things that we've learned this entire week about soil, all the things you've learned, okay? I want you to write about the things that you've used, okay? All of those tools that you use. Who can tell me some of those tools that you remember? David, what's a tool you remember? Or tell me what okay, so the picker up thing, do you remember what it was called? Anybody? It's called a Jesse still has one. What's it called? It's right here. It's called a what's it called? A forceps. Yep. We also have a
Magnifying glass.
you guys call it a magnifying glass. He called it a anybody remember? A hand lens. Okay. So I want you guys to tell me about the different hand lenses, what they did, okay, what these things did, what all the tools were, okay? And tell me what you guys are going to do at home to extend this lesson, okay? When you go home, are you guys going to look at the soil at your house, okay? And tell me some things that you might be able to do at home to do things with soil, okay? So maybe it's plant a tree, all right? Maybe it's to go out and find some seeds. Maybe it's to look at soil at your house and see how it might be different than it is at other places that you go. All right, everybody do that for me? Yeah. Give me a thumbs up if you had fun. All right, and everybody say thank you to Mr. Crosslin.
Thank you, Mr. Crosslin.
Okay, I got one more thing. Remember, whatever you do, don't say the D word. Oh, I said don't say it. No, soil.
Soil.
On the count of 3, say soil.
1, 2, 3.
Soil.
See you later.